sister now. Now, okay, I'm telling you, good afternoon to my family. You know I got to do what I do with the roll call. Good afternoon, Facebook family, on the Linda Rigby Facebook page, on the Bella Biz Facebook page. You know, YouTubers, y'all come last. Y'all my favorite. Good afternoon, LinkedIn, and welcome Twitter, because I am telling you, I am streaming on 5 platforms at one time. I am grateful to God. Do you understand what I'm saying? Well, hello to my favorite family, my YouTube. Let me tell you something, YouTube. As y'all gazing at who is that beautiful queen to the right of Bella, because we're all beautiful, aren't we? But while y'all looking at, that's Mama Amicus, my Mama Amicus, you're about to get to know who Mama 1-Afrika is. I got a couple of what I want to say. Household announcements. You know, Bella felt like switching up a little bit, because I'm going to tell y'all right now, I don't like complacency and I don't like routine. So first of all, I hope y'all loving us, because I want the magnifiers to make us look bigger. Secondly, yeah, feast your eyes on my special lady guest that's to the right of me. This is a queen if I've ever seen one. I want to remind all of my family, because you know I'm special to my women of color, that is. This is still Women's History Month. I didn't say day, I said month. And for those of you who follow Bella, and I know a lot of you do, Bella is about the edumacation, not the fake news, but facts. So go check out my social media and come to understand, first of all, how we got in the USA of America. Women's History Month. And embedded in this month, there's something called Women's International Day. Now, for all my women who are educated out there, and I'm not talking about academia street plug. I'm talking about from your loins, okay? Being a female, being a sister girl. Come on, y'all. Y'all got to get with the program, women. I'm talking about my progressive women out there. So check that out. A couple of more announcements. As you see this beautiful woman on the right, I'm going to slow it on down at some point, because I'm letting y'all know now. You're looking at live broadcast from none other than Rwanda. I like to say that, Mama Amicus, Rwanda, where currently she resides right now. But Lord knows, she done touched, I think, I want to say 3 or 4 of the continents. I'm behind her, though. I'm behind her. Y'all, she might invite me to Rwanda. We're going to wait and see. But anyway, getting back on the main task, I've got to get my housekeeping rules out the way. Now, for those of you who have been following me, y'all know Bella. I try to stay within the 1 hour confound. I don't think it's going to happen today. I got special permission from my queen to my right to say we can let her rip all day if we want to, figuratively speaking. It's going to probably go over an hour, so I'm letting you all know. I'm talking about my working women out there that's on that lunch break. Yeah. Take another 30 minutes, because it might be an hour and a half. To the family members out there, hello. Now, I'm going to tell y'all something, because Bella know what she do. Y'all don't know my story yet. I haven't told her yet, my mama, because one day I will. I've been doing production a little bit over 15 years. I know, I look 25, I know, but I know a few things. And in order for me to have a very clean and clear line for this beautiful lady who's been up, now, although it's 12 noon USA of America time, that's Eastern time, it is, guess what? A little bit after 7 p.m. on Rwanda's time. So I need to be respectful, and I want my audience, because I care about y'all. I really care about y'all. I'm into my content. In other words, I care more about what my guests say than what I say. Y'all follow me? Are y'all digging what I'm saying? So I'm going to host today in a different way. As Mama Amicus talks, and boy, she can talk, and you better listen. I'm telling you. I want you all to understand I'm not going to interject. It's going to be a slight couple of seconds delay, because I'm going to mute myself. Okay, production lovers, y'all know where I'm going with that. So she can have the clear line, no echo, no background. Y'all know I'm a perfectionist, although it doesn't exist. I can get to the perfection that I wanted for the Bella Biz Unplugged. You know how I do what I do, my mamacas. So I am going to mute my line during the entire time that she's talking. I will interject with your questions, because I know the family's on here. Oh my God, already, my mom, because y'all got to back it on up for a second. Let me get the intro out, but I will come in, ask the questions, because I don't want her to see the questions to throw her off. But I want you all to chime in, because y'all know me. I'm an interactive person. So here we go. Without further ado, I'm going to do my introduction if I possibly can. This beautiful, sweet lady, continue to put your eyes on her. I mean, feast your eyes on this beauty because you are looking at Mama Ama gets to me. That's personal. You don't get to call her that unless you know her. But she's known over on the continent. I'm talking about the motherland, y'all. Okay, let's get it together here. She's known as Mama 1-Afrika. I'm going to tell you a teeny weeny bit about her, but she's going to tell you her story herself. And again, questions come on in. I'll try to throw them in there, but I really want y'all to listen. Listen to her story. We all got one. I promise it's going to be interesting. And guess what? You're going to learn something too. Okie dokie? So here we go. We got Mama Amicus to my sweet right. And Mama Amicus visited Ghana for the first time in 1987. She's going to tell you about her journey. And then she circled back, as I like to say, and she ended up going over there with her beautiful husband, her beloved husband, in 1990 to set up camp. Her husband was a retired, New York City firefighter, and she's going to tell you about that. But unfortunately, as life would have it, tragically in 2007, he was hit and killed in a car crash. And so Mama Amicus would tell you how she picked up those pieces, those beloved pieces, and moved on to where she is today. Mama Amicus is so many things, it's not funny, but I have to put it in here. I don't know if somebody's looking, watching in my family, but I won't call out no names, Mama Amicus. But check this out, y'all. Mama Amicus has got 28 grandchildren, 18 great grandchildren, and she's the CEO. I'm going to just tell you a little bit because she's a CEO of a lot of things. Y'all get that? CEO equal ownership, okay, of your own businesses. Check that out. She's a CEO and owner of her beautiful health resort restaurant, as well as a wellness center, as well as a tour service. Listen, I'm going to get out the way because it's a lot, y'all. It's a lot, and that's a good thing because I'm bringing positivity. She's also a storyteller. She's also an author. She's also a consultant for the motherland of the continent of Africa. Listen, I'm going to go on and on and on and on. Do y'all see where I'm going with this? So for all my friends that be like, I don't know what I want to do. I'm already. You can do 50 million things if God gave you the strength to do them. So I want you to get your notebooks out, get your pens, just use your leaning in ears, okay? And listen as I introduce to you the one and the only that I love, that I'm blessed. Yeah, I said it and I mean it. This is my third series of 1-Afrika-54. I want everybody to raise their hands, glasses, whatever y'all got right now, and send a warm virtual welcome to Mama Amicus, Mama 1-Afrika, coming to you live from Rwanda. How you doing, Mama Amicus?
I'm good, Queen. I can't complain, not at all. You know, I got my good health and strength. My teeth are still my own. Okay, my feet don't hurt. My back is in good shape. Absence of a significant other, and I ain't even complaining about that because I enjoy my own company. I'd love to have a significant other, but in the meantime, I'm loving up on me and I'm enjoying me. So, what can I say?
Well, Mama Amicus, you look good. I'm going to mute my phone. I'm going to ask a couple of questions and mute and get on out the way because, I'm just, how I feel about you. I didn't even get any sleep last night. So, okay, family, I'm going to set the stage. Y'all chill out. Chill out. So, I'm going to ask Mama Amicus, as if y'all were listening, as the teacher said, let's put our listening ears on. I opened up and said in 1987, Mama Amicus did a trip to Ghana. Then I said, if y'all heard me, in 1990, she moved to Ghana, and I said a little bit about her husband and a little bit about her family. So I want to make sure y'all listening. But Mama Amicus, if you could just kind of open up the stage with who you are, particularly about Ghana, how you got there, lead up, and also to how you and I met, and then I'll chime in with some questions.
Cool. Yeah. That means I'm on. Anyway, let me just say strong greetings to everyone from Rwanda. from the last place that I settled myself. I've been, people ask me, how old I am, or they want to know, do you mind if I tell? I have a problem with that. I'm 80, 80, and I'm, like I said, I'm in good health. I still got my teeth, got a sense of humor. My heart works. And I'm just enjoying my life. I've got more years behind me than I have in front of me. So I really don't have no time to waste. Like they say, for your good health, you have to sleep 8 hours a day. I sleep 5 and I'm fine. And it's just like my biological clock wakes me up after 5 hours. I mean, I try to sleep longer, but bing, 5 o'clock, 5 hours. I don't care. It could be 5 hours at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm up. So my life has been, sometimes I think about it as an adventure, and it has been. And it's been good. It had its ups, its downs, its challenges. One of the things that I like to say is that we should never be so stuck in where we are that we think that nothing can change. And for me, I had a good job, making 100 and what was I making? Oh, I'm really stuck on stupid. Making $45,000 a year in 1979. I had a nice house. I had a good car. I had a good man. And then one day I woke up and it was done. I had to get away from the white people. I was safe. And then my daughter died. My granddaughter died. My grandfather died. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning, he died. 6 p.m. that night, they died. And I was like, really in a tizzy. And after I buried them, I was getting ready to go back to work. And the doctor said, I think you need to take some time off. But my blood pressure was like through the roof. So I decided, listening to the radio, we get some good stuff coming on the radio, like WLIB. LIB said, come to Cartagena. And I'm like, where the hell's Cartagena? So I went to the travel agency and I asked the man there, and he was like, Cartagena, you don't know Cartagena. I said, look, WLIB said for $389, I could go to Cartagena. So sure enough, the guy found it. It was South America. I said, well, when can I go? He said, well, the next flight is on Thursday. And this was Tuesday. I'll be at the airport. Bought me a ticket, went to Cartagena. And I hung out in South America for 2 years. I went to Colombia. I was in Brazil. I was in Peru. I went to the Amazon. I crossed the Peruvian desert. I did all that kind of stupid stuff. And the thing is that I met nobody out there that looked like me. The one brother that I met, he lived in Peru. I knew about him. He knew about me. That's how many of us were out there, except in 2 Peace Corps sisters. And they were getting the hell out of South Africa, PDQ. They was running to go back. I said, is it that bad? So I did that. I came back to America, KKK, to my family, because they went and got in touch with the embassy because they thought, I don't know what they thought. They were like, we can't find her. She's supposed to be gone for 8 days and she ain't been back in 2 months. So I came back, married off one of my daughters, and then took off for the Caribbean. And I hung out in the Caribbean for a couple of years and lived on the beach with my Rasta brothers, learned how to fish, stuff like that. And finally came back. My mom was like, what's the matter with you? I don't understand. You're a gypsy. You're like a wandering Jew. That plant that just goes all over the place with no control. Well, that's what my mom thought of me. I was a wandering Jew. I was a gypsy. And my man, he was living on a mountain. So my mother said, must be something wrong with y'all. He's on the mountain acting like Jesus, and you wandering around like a gypsy. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. So I came back, and we had been together for about 7 years. And then we decided, why don't we get married? I was like, yeah, okay. So we got married, and we opened up a travel agency and car service. I was also a New York City cab driver for a little while. And so a friend of mine who helped us get this store, she was right next door, and she had an art gallery. She sold me my first piece of African art. And so we talked about it. She said, we ought to go to Africa. You all over the place. Have you ever been to Africa? And I hadn't. Never thought, I didn't think about it, because what they showed us about Africa did not make me want to go there. I ain't going someplace where somebody gonna put me in the daggone pot, cook me. What? No, I ain't doing that. So we tried. We organized a couple of trips going to Egypt. No one, when I say no one, wanted to go to Africa. Okay. So I just left it alone, and then she died. So my husband was saying, well, and I wasn't Ima at that time, I was Vienna. And he was like, you ought to check it out. So this guy comes into my travel agency and he says, I'm an African chief. And I was like, yeah, and I'm Pocahontas. So now, what is it? And the thing is that generally I would be in a much better frame of mind, but the air conditioner was not working. It was the 4th of July. It was hot as hell. The drug dealers were outside my door selling whatever they were selling, herb and whatever. So my customers wasn't coming in because people were scared to come in. The Italians had come in earlier talking about I needed to give them $100 to take away my garbage. I was like, excuse me, I don't make $100 worth of garbage. I can eat my garbage. That's how little my garbage is. I take my garbage home to my house and throw it away. And so this guy come there talking about he's a chief. I said, yeah, I'm Pocahontas. So now what do you want? And he took me through this whole thing about you African Americans don't understand, blah, blah, blah. I said, brother, $5,000, just leave your paper on the desk and I'll check it out. So I did, my king man was like, check it out and see, you ain't got nothing to lose. You trying to go to Africa. So I hooked up with this group called Bereshit Cultural Institute, and I went with them. I was like, y'all don't have to worry about me. I can really take care of myself. Wherever we go, if they got a room for me, fine. If not, I can find someplace to stay. It's all right. And I wouldn't take anybody because, if I took somebody with me, with some of the stuff that we went through, they would be asking me for a refund. And I wasn't having that. I said, no, baby, it ain't happening. So we toured around. I mean, we had challenges. I swear we had challenges. But the thing that resonated with me for a long time is when I woke up that morning, I heard this whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Somebody was sweeping the dirt. I was like, whoa, it's out there sweeping. So we found a nice hotel. I mean, it wasn't a nice hotel, it was on the ocean. The thing about it is I couldn't understand why these people had Abraham Lincoln and George Washington drapes up to the windows. I said, ain't this Africa? So, make a long story short, two fishermen who were providing us with fish came by, they asked me, said, would you like to visit my village? And I was like, yeah, why not? I ain't never been to an African village. I figured, I don't think they're going to put me in a pot. So me and another brother, Nana Red, we went down to the village. Well, on the way to the village, we stopped at a couple of places. Weren't a lot of houses there, right? So we stopped at one place, a vacant building, and they had a guy there. He was the caretaker. I didn't understand what he was caretaking. Wasn't nothing in there. Just an empty building. They didn't even have no windows, no doors. So we went to the next plot, and there was just beautiful. I mean, it was beautiful. Right there on the ocean. The women were breaking rocks. And I stood there, and just something came over me. It was like, God, Goddess, whoever got the power, if you give me this, I will be an obedient servant. I'll do whatever you tell me to do. But this I want. I want to be here. And this is where I want to be. So I went down to the village, met the people, went back to America, told my king man. And he was like, yeah, okay, and that time my name was Vienna. Okay, now you can go on someplace and ate the food. Now you want everybody to eat out the same plate. Now you want to come in here and talk about now you want to move to Africa. Girl, I said, look, I tell you what, I don't even want to talk about it. I had a wonderful time, but your birthday is in December. I'm buying you a ticket. You go. And then when you get back, we could talk about it. Finish. So we did. He did. He stayed for a month. And when he came back, he was like, baby, get that pencil and that paper, and let's figure out how we can make this work. So we went together in 88, 89. 89, while we there, he comes and say, hey, listen, baby, these people want to make me a chief. And I'm like, what? A chief? Thought to myself, what is he smoking? I said, what do you know about being a chief? He said, well, listen, chief, in charge. I said, right, all of those things, finance. So I said, well, when are they going to make you a chief? He said, in 3 weeks. I said, I can't stay here for 3 weeks. We got a travel agency with a clerk. We got a car service with 2 cars, and drivers are us. I'm one and he's the other. So I went home. I said, listen, just take pictures. I'll see you when you get there. So in 1990, we had packed up and we moved. So according to the custom, you're being the chief. When you come back into the country, you got to let your people know that you're there. So he said, look, I got to go and let my people know I've come back. So sure enough, we get there to the place. I know all those people because I met them in 1987. So it was like, oh, I said, that's my husband. And they were like, no, he's our chief. I said, I don't care what you call him. That's my husband. And then he said, let me take you to the land that they gave me when they made me a chief. It was the exact same place that I stood in 1987 and asked the creator and the ancestors to give me this. Exact spot. It wasn't down the road. It was exactly where I stood in 1987. So we packed up, I've been living in Ghana for about 30 years. I mean, I travel in and out, but I've been there 30 years. And unfortunately, during our time in 2007, my husband was killed by a hit and run driver in Accra. And the thing is that, you have to listen to what the Spirit is telling you. Because 3 weeks before he was killed, he said to me, listen, baby, if I die before you, and anytime somebody talks to you about dying, generally we say, no, we didn't want to talk about that. I said, okay, what? He said, if I go before you, I want you to wrap me in a white sheet, dig a hole in my yard, and throw my ass in it. Do not take me back to America. I said, why would I take you back? You heard what I said. I said, not a problem. 3 weeks later, he was dead. And I did exactly what he said, wrapped him in a white sheet. I did put him in a pine box, though, because I felt like I didn't just want to throw his ass in the ground. I put him in a pine box. And, when the king dies, you put things in there to make their trip more enjoyable. So, he liked beer. I put a bottle of beer in there. He'd like a joint. I put a joint in there, a couple things, help him along the way. And he was gone. People say, are you going back to America? Why? Why would I go back to America? So the business, we built a village. It's really a village. We have circular buildings. I call them chalets because, if I told y'all that y'all were coming to stay in a hut, y'all wouldn't be coming. So, and nobody stops to think the chalets are French, and the French were not in Ghana. So I said, okay, I have chalets, and all of our chalets are named after ancestors. John Henry Clark, Marcus Garvey, Harriet Tubman, Malik El-Shabazz, Yah Santua, Queen Mother Moore, Isis and Osiris. So we have 6 chalets and 5 rooms also named after ancestors, Osiris, Isis, Imhotep. And so you don't know what's behind those gates. People got these wrought iron gates and stuff. Well, we put up a bamboo gate with the Lion of Judah on it and painted the top of the house with the signs of Rastafari. So when people see that sign, they're like, yeah, maybe they're going there. Ain't nobody fly the colors. if they ain't serious. And sure enough, when you walk in there and you open that gate, what meets your eyes as you walk up that driveway is the whole ocean just opens up. It's just like welcomes you to come. So we've been doing that. I started doing that in 1996 because when we first moved to Ghana, we paid somebody. We'd be like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be in Ghana, in Africa. And so we gave somebody $16,000 to build us a house because they told us it cost $16,000. So we gave them our money. And after we gave them our money, they put up the walls, put on half a roof, and then we didn't see them no more. Okay. So we had to think about it. What are we going to do? So we decided, what the hell? We're going to move in. So we moved into our house. Had no windows, no doors, no ceiling, no floors. No running toilet, no flushing toilet, no electricity, nothing. And we didn't have enough money to buy anything or finish the house. So what we did was that we put screens up to the windows to keep the mosquitoes out and put up some doors to keep the people out. I mean, you laying up there in your hammock like this and somebody walks past, what? So they think the house is empty. So we had to put up some daggone doors. And as crazy as it sounds, when we went to the police confiscated our doors and they put our doors in jail. They really locked them up. So when we went back to see, well, what's the deal? When are we going to get our doors? And the guy says, would you like to visit your doors? And I says, is he kidding? Yes, he was. No, he wasn't. They had locked up, they put our doors in the jailhouse instead of putting the guy in there that took our money. So, Ghana's a beautiful country, but they do some stuff. So like here the policeman said, hey, my brother, you give me some small chop, some drink or something. My husband said, what? He used the N-word. Okay, I don't want to get you kicked off. So he just used the N-word and told him, get off my car. So we drive out to the highway. We get to the highway, my husband slams on the brakes. Backs up. The guy's still standing there. My husband said, yo, brother, here, buy yourself something to eat. And the policeman said to us, now you know how we do business in Ghana. I'll never forget that. And gave us back our damn doors. Okay. So, I mean, somebody told me I should do a blog, but I could tell you some stories about how living in Ghana.
Oh, I bet you can, Mama, because let me tell you something, my mama, because I am sitting in the cut. That's what I call it, the cut. Just chewing on some fat like back in the day, as you well know, my mama, because you know some of my family. Listen to my grandmother, God rest her soul. What's going on, BB? She know who I'm talking about. She's the B and Bella, but y'all know more about that. My mama, because segue a little bit, if you will, because I want the audience to know you as the businesswoman that I know you as, but just tell them a little bit. You tell it better than I, how I came to meet you in Tanzania, because that was a wonderful experience. And shout out, segue right now to because they on here, my mama, because the whole entire It's Time for Healing Tribe. Shout out to my mama, because tell them how we met, my mama, and tell them about your businesses and what you do.
Yeah, well, we met in Tanzania, and I was there to not just, help my Asa, because, traveling is my business. Okay. I am a tour operator. I have been in Africa for quite a while, so I know my way around. And so this group, what was about 23 of us that were there. Okay. And you know how we are when we ain't never been to Africa before. Everybody, so it's just so excited. Oh, look at that. So we checked into this hotel, okay? All y'all know Bella, because y'all know Bella. Well, Bella, when I met Bella, boy, Bella had my ear. She said, different things were going on. And she was like, well, she ain't understanding that. I mean, my mama, because what's going on, But we had a really nice hookup. And, Bella had no problem telling folks, If I don't know, I ask, okay. And I'll ask until I find out. I'll find somebody to answer the question for me. So I met her there, and we just kind of grown on each other. She's cool. I look at her sometimes. She have all these weird glasses and stuff. You know, she be talking smack. I'm like, okay, sis, okay, I can handle her. All right. She's one of the people first time in Africa. And then I think you were there when I was Peanut Butter the Clown.
Yeah, so Mama Amicus, this is a great segue. Y'all know they coming in there. There's too many questions coming right now, Mama, because I'm gonna set the stage because I want to take all the time and slow it down. So y'all, I'm telling you, she's right. Mama Amicus met me along with, I think my Asa said it was 28, but it was 20 plus of us there, okay? And I'm gonna tell that story at a later date on one of the series, but basically it was a bunch of people, right, Mama? We didn't know each other. I knew Mama Khadija, which is my blood cousin, and y'all get to meet her later. She was Mama Amika's roommate, and oh, that's a story to tell. And
Yes,
then,
it is.
yeah, we just started vibing, right?
I'm your
Exactly.
house with some you should house with me. Her cousin's a little bit like her.
Yeah, we just a little bit alike. You guys will see where I get my bike from when I bring on Mama Khadija. But I want the audience to know, and the glorious, I think we were there for, I'm not even sure, 14, 16 days. Mama Amicus was unbeknownst to me. I started watching her, right, as I do, particularly this vibrant woman. 80 years young. We don't say old, not in our vocabulary. And she was a match with my own blood cousin, and I just found them to be phenomenal. But alongside of that family, she's such a multifaceted serialpreneur. I want Mama Amix to take a minute or two right now because you got the floor, Mama Amix. Tell these folks what you doing, if you got any current projects that we can support you on.
Well, other than hotel owner and entrepreneur, I do a lot of things. And I came to Rwanda. A friend of mine told me about Rwanda. And I came to Rwanda. I figured after all the years I've been in Ghana and other places, I wanted to do something different. I love what I do at the resort because I love people. I like to make people happy. I like to make them laugh. And anybody that comes to my place 99 times will tell you I had a wonderful time. And if something happens, I'm like, what can I do to make it right? Okay. The service was terrible, then don't pay for the dinner. Okay. And then you'll come back and it won't happen again, So I went to Rwanda with 3 friends of mine, and Mama Zulu, who's joined Ancestors, Sister Sonia, and her husband Byron, who we call our honorary sister, because he ain't going nowhere without his wife, and his wife ain't going nowhere without him. And we've traveled around to a couple of countries together, and he'd be the only man with us. So I call him my honorary sister. So we came to Rwanda, and I hooked up with a group of young men and women who are survivors of genocide, the 1994 genocide against the Tutsis. They made me understand that. And so we went to visit this village called Gweru. And see, I like to help people to do things. And, we're aggressive, coming out of America. Don't tell me what to do. I'm telling you. As opposed to telling somebody what I'm going to do for them, I asked them, what can I do to help you? Because when they told me some stories about how their families had been wiped out, they're now living in a reconciliation village where the perpetrators and the victims are living together. And when I listen to women tell stories about how one sister, she had like 9 children and a husband and a farm and a couple of cows, they wiped her out. When she finally came back, because she escaped with 2 of her children, The 7 and her husband were killed. And she came back from Burundi or wherever they had been with her mother, who had survived, and 2 kids. The man's family that killed her family came to her and asked her, or her daughter, if she would be the godmother to his children. Let me tell you one thing. I was like, I got mad for her. But she said she had forgiven him. And I was like, give me a big stick, because I'm about to beat him myself. So sure enough, I asked her, I said, here you are, perpetrators and victims living together. So I said, well, how do you do that? Listen, I'm a Scorpion. I can hold a grudge. Okay. My husband was a Sagittarian. He was just like, da, 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 da. Very easy to get along with everybody. I'd be mad for him. Okay. And so she told me, she said, listen, in order to move forward, you have to be able to forgive. And it's amazing. I'm just so taken. And so whenever people come and visit me in Rwanda, I take them to the village. So I had asked them, women, they were not employed. So my thing was, what can I help you to do? Tell me what you want to do and tell me how I could help. So first they wanted to have a cultural center. And then the women decided, well, that they'd like to learn how to sew, set up a business. And I said, okay. So I went to Ghana, then I raised some money and I came back and bought 5 sewing machines and some other stuff. And then I went back to Ghana again and raised some more money, because I had people coming in my place all the time. I mean, I can beg for everybody but me. Okay. So I went back and took some more machines and some other material, and the association in that village gave us a building. So we renovated the building, set up a training center for, it was supposed to be for 20 women, but we wound up with 10 women, ranging in age from 26 to 52. Most of the women are widows. They come from they're single parented households. I think there are only 2 women there that are there with their husbands, those that had survived. And so we set up a training center. And I have to say, 2 years later, because, we had COVID that came in, and then, lockdowns and all the rest of that, curfews. So 2 years later, fast forward to December of 2021, our ladies finished their training. They got their certification they are certified seamstresses. Now, the thing is that right now, what they're in the process of doing is that they're organizing a cooperative. So with this cooperative, they are the owners. They'll be the owners of this business. And we have 20 more women waiting for the training, except, there's always something that gets thrown in the works. The people that, and I'm not mad at them, the people that allowed us to use this place, but we renovated it, put electricity and everything in there, built a toilet. So they came to us about a month ago and said, listen, we need to share this space. I said, well, first of all, it's not possible to share the space, because we're talking about 30 people. They're not coming in here like that. We didn't have that kind of room. So they said, well, we need to have the space back, which means now I got people in the waiting and I don't have any place for them. Fortunately, I bought some land next to where we are. And so I said, okay, what I'm going to do is that we're going to build a house for them, because I need a 5-room facility, production, training, office, storage, and an annex for children so that we have a child care center. And part of the issue that the women have is that they don't have anybody to really teach the children. And, she got to take them when she goes to work. So we're going to have a child care center. Then she can just stop what she's doing and feed the baby and come back to school. So that's the project that I'm on now. I've been getting quotes from different people in terms of what it would cost to do that. Now, the entire project is for 2 years is $200,000. To build the facility that I need for training, the last quote I got was $60,000. And I didn't want to just put up some old kind of something that's going to fall down, because these women own this. At the end of this 2-year period, I step off. Okay, I turn it completely over to them. So I've been talking to different people. There's some folks, I talked to someone yesterday, in fact, we had a fundraiser. And I must say it was really successful from the standpoint that everybody had a good time. They had a wonderful time. I didn't get a dime. I didn't make no money at all. I think the only one that made the ladies, I had the women go down from Philly. They could bring their goods, sell the stuff that they made. That was it. They the only ones that got some money. But anyway, the thing is that I'm looking at alternatives, because I understand you can build using plastic and mud. So I'm looking for trying to find something less. But in the meantime, I'm still trying to raise at least half of that money, because the contractor said, if you give me half, and like, oh sure, you want 60,000, you'll take half. Well, that's $30,000, and I don't have $30,000.
Well, Mama Amicus, I didn't mean to overstep you, because we're doing great with the back and forth with the communication. I hope everybody's hearing it clear. I'm going to give Mama Amicus maybe a second or two to clear her throat, because she's been talking consistently, and I am loving the conversation. And we are not repeating a daggone thing. Okay, that's what we got the rebroadcast for. But while she's sipping, I'm going to do my recount, slow it down a little bit. Now, I know y'all should be taking in a lot, but right now we are zooming in on a small portion of Mama Amika's life as we know it today. She's telling you about a project that I know, and I'm very well familiar with it. This is an awesome project. Again, we are not selling anything, folks, okay? We are sharing information. And what I want to share with my family is this. We want to help Mama Amicus. I want you all, if you haven't missed some things, you need to go back and replay this broadcast. Please do. For those who have been looking at the ticker, that's the scroll down the bottom for where we're talking from. I have put her website down there. I am going to spell it out. I've been on the website, and I'm absolutely donating myself. You all know Bella. I don't never ask anybody anything. My mama gets, I mean, my mama taught me well, and my grandmama. Don't ask nobody anything that you don't ask or willing to not do yourself. So as I come vetted, I have already donated, and I'm going to share a little bit, maybe, Mama, I'm going to say maybe not, that I have already started sowing seeds into this wonderful platform that Mama Amicus has, because I'm telling y'all something. It's about relationships. And if you know somebody, and you trust them. I talk to my friends and my colleagues all the time about in the business world of widgets and gadgets. It doesn't matter what you're selling, Mama, because it's about being for profit. And this is America we are talking about, as well as the continent. But here we go. You sow into people. It's called a bartering system. Somebody has something that they want, goods and services. You exchange it for currency or whatever. But here's the thing, people. Yeah, I'm going there. Sow some seeds. I'm not going to sit up here and beg y'all, because y'all know I don't do the begging thing. But what I am going to impress upon, I'm going to spell this website out. And after I'm finished talking and put myself back on mute, I'm going to ask Mama Amos to give all of her information, how she can be directly contacted. But
Mhm.
for those people, and I'm going to go ahead and put it out now, Mama Amos, because we got some time, Mama Amos.
Mhm.
Mama Amos is going to wrap up this segment, but y'all come on, lean in to what Bella's saying. We are looking to sow some seeds starting today to Mama Amicus. I am going to read out the website. Y'all know how we do. Go and vet it. The money is going to go into good ground. Why? Because I said it. Y'all know Bella, and I said it because I trust Mama Amicus. This is
Mhm.
how we do things. It ain't no getting on Google, going to 29. Is she BBB? It ain't none of that. Better Business Bureau, cut it all out. You got a couple of dollars, whether it's a penny or a dime, sow it. Why? Because there's a principle called seed, time, and harvest, y'all. Come on now. I got my
Mhm.
Tanzania family on here, probably some of Mama Amika's Rwanda and Ghana family, along with my folks who are working or home or doing whatever. I know this broadcast will rebroadcast. Oh my God, my mama, because it's so much power in the rebroadcast. But I'm slowing down for a reason to set the stage. Let me tell y'all something. It ain't about Bella. It ain't never about Bella. I'm just a vehicle. I'm
Mhm.
very much aware of who and what I am. And I'm going to share some things off the script because we have no script, Mama, because that's why I call this the Bella Unplug. And that simply means read it and weep. You ain't got to have a PhD, do a dissertation, and all that. I have all sorts of friends and allies. I'm telling you, my Amicus, from political officials all the way down to just family. And I'm telling y'all something. Y'all know the principle. We ain't gonna get all into the religion and spirit. Seed, time, and harvest. Don't y'all tell me you don't know what I'm talking about. You sow something into someone else's life, and that's infinity. It goes back, right? Come on, the law of attraction, whatever y'all stuck on. I'm not going to disrespect anybody, but I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it slow. I have various people on this show. I'm going there, my mama, just for a reason. And I have done over 150 broadcasts. And for some of you in my network, I thank you for your support. Support comes in a lot of ways. Support can come in just a mere positive conversation. Adam boy, Adam girl, go get them thumbs up, all that crap that y'all know we do. It's all cool for the second. Support can also come through the purse monetarily, if you have it. One shiny penny. Because right now, Mama Almacas and I don't have the time. I'm going to bring her back. But she can go into more detail than I. I only went over to Africa one time. And by the way, I'm going back, Mama Almacas. That's another episode. But what I have learned, I didn't have to go to Africa to see what I saw. What I saw was humility,
Mhm.
and I understand seed time and harvest. And I know, folks, I'm talking to you out there. We don't have the greenback and the corns all the time, and that's cool. Another episode. I'm going to have some experts coming on here in April to talk about finances because money is just a thing, y'all. It's currency. It's a thing that we use to exchange for something. You can also give your time. You can also sow a pair of shoes, an umbrella, something that's in your house. Where am I going with this? I want y'all to come on and make Bella look good as we represent and so into Mama Amicus. She's talking about her current project where she's helping the women. Come on, ladies. She's helping the women who were descended from the tutu. And for those of you who don't know, I'm going to have Mama Amicus on a high level because we ain't got all day to get into the education y'all should already know about. Okay? The genocide. Yeah, I'm on a new tip, y'all. Check it out. Get to know me real well right now, okay? I'm very serious on what I'm talking about. But what I'm going to do is have Mama Amicus in her own voice tell you all the website that you all can lock in on a tab and donate. There is a donate button, but me and Mama Amicus had discussed that there was some issues going on because we're talking USA versus Africa. So here's what we're gonna do, Mama Amicus. It's on my heart. The Spirit is moving me. I want everybody who's going to donate anything monetarily to send it to Bella Biz. Now I'm getting ready to spell out all of my handlers. And y'all need to trust and believe the Spirit. Because if you send me anything remotely, if it's $1,000,000, I don't know, my mama, because from one set, I'm gonna make sure my mama get every cent. Because I know how to get it to her safely where she's getting what she needs and she's not getting pennies on a dollar. So I'm gonna say that one more time. Please find it in your heart to sow some seeds and don't go through that. Oh my God, sounds like a preacher. Where's my money going? We don't even want your money if you're going to go on that tip. We're talking about love. We're talking about seeds to be sown. And I'm going to quiet down in a second because I can take as long as I want because this is my show, okay? We always getting all edgy when it come to money, but guess what? I'm about to rectify that too, my mama, because so what I'm asking for, I did not stutter. I want you all who can sow monetarily seeds. If you do not have anything, I get it. I understand. It might be a service or something you never know. So I am going to give you all of my Cash App handlings to send money. I'm going to spell out slowly my email address because you may have something you want to talk to Mama Amikas about individually from a service or goods. I'm not sure, but what I do know, for those of you all that know me, trust me enough in this village called a family to make sure we get everything to Mama Amikas because she's in Rwanda. So here we go. All proceeds can go to Mama Amikas through my Cash App, which is Bella Biz, Belabiz. Y'all know over here it's dollar sign in the name. It's dollar sign Belabiz. If you want to go ahead and send it through PayPal, send it through PayPal on the friends and family check so you don't incur any additional fees. You can send it to my email address, Bella, Belabiz, 1998 at gmail.com. Come on, y'all roadies. Y'all been seeing the ticker-tacker. Every time I come on, it's right down there. So there's no excuses. And I also have Mama Amika's website, but I'm going to slow down, be quiet. We got about a good 10 more minutes. I want her to rewind a little bit and tell you who she's helping and why. And y'all come on and start sowing these seeds. I promise you, I'm a woman of my word. Because if I got anything at the end of the day, I got my word. And my word does mean something. It is bond. I will not distrust myself. Every single penny will go to Mama Amicus. I promise you that. So I'm going to go on mute. Mama Amicus, tell them one more time because a lot of people are coming in. The family from Rwanda. I see my Kaka, I see my brother Emmanuel from the Grand Malay on. They coming on in. But Mama Amicus, let's stay focused because you know I don't play when it comes to money, Mama Amicus. We get ready to get some money raised starting today. So Mama Amicus, give them your website. Give them and tell them the story as to whom they're going to be sewing into your project and why.
Well, first of all, let me show you. This is our card, and it states it's the Gweru Women's Economic Empowerment Narrative. The thing is that initiative, these are women who are survivors of the 1994 genocide against Tutsis. These are women who've lost their entire families. And the thing is that what we're doing is to help them to become economically empowered so that when they finish their training, they will be their own business owners, and setting them up so that they can deal internationally as well as nationally. So our website is Gweru, which is RWERU, Women, WOMEN, Center, CENTER.com. Gweru Women Center.com. And so helping them enables them to help their community and to help their families. And what we have done with our project is it for the second phase, we have also we've talked about adding a portion of the project so that there's something that brothers can do, because the complete family structure is the mother, the father, and the children. You know, it's like the father, the mother, and the son. So this is our address. I can give you my personal telephone number is plus 250-788-659-148. That's my number in Rwanda. And as Sister Bella was saying, whenever you talk about doing something for Africa, the system makes it so damn hard. I mean, somebody sent me $3,000, and I had to prove to these people. They sent it to me through MoneyGram, and the bank said the money's sitting here, but the people that the system said don't give it to me because we're a highly fraudulent company. I had to get my papers, show that I was a legitimate businesswoman, and that $3,000 wasn't mine, it was my client's. So we ran into some snags here. So I truly appreciate Sister Bella taking that responsibility, because, either we do, what do you call that thing? Western Union, or something called Zelle, which a lot of places have Zelle in the United States. But we have to be able to figure out a way to be able to get funds to do what we want to do. Because, America, KKK, they block us. It's like they don't want us to be better, okay? They don't want us to be self-sufficient. And, I thought it was just me. But I checked with some other people, and they're like, yo, girl, we all having that kind of trouble. So we have to figure out a way to get around the system. And your help for these sisters, you have no idea how much they appreciate. They make me cry. I'm telling you, we had our what do you call it, fundraiser, and they had me in tears, seriously, because they want to do. And we as women, as African women, we are supposed to help one another. And that's what I'm about. It's about help. It's about loving. It's about helping. It's about being with each other.
And I love you so much, Mama Amicus. There are a lot of them coming in.
Don't let me cut you off. Forget, you are invited to Rwanda. I got a 3-bedroom apartment. So, you ain't got to stay in a hotel, my sister. All right? I can hook you up over here.
Wow. Let me just take the mic back for a couple of seconds, because it is 1 o'clock, but we're going to maybe take 5 more minutes. Thank you, Mama Amicus. Okay, Ashmo, you heard that right. You know who I'm talking to. Y'all know I don't go nowhere uninvited. I take that back. Yes, I do. But when it comes to going to the motherland, I gotta come with an invitation. So, Mama Amicus, put yourself on mute for a couple of seconds. I'm just gonna do some housekeeping rules. I'm gonna let you close it out. These comments are coming in so far. No, don't do nothing, Mama Amicus. Don't do nothing. Sit there and look pretty. I got it all under control. But they're coming in. I'm only gonna read a couple of comments. I hope y'all heard every single word that my mama could say. And don't trip, because I'm going to have her back. Yeah, I'm going to have her back next month. But that's going to be a bigger buildup of a surprise, because I don't want to let slip. But it's going to be my mama, because and a roommate. She knows who I'm talking about. But anyway, y'all just chill out, chill out, chill out. I'm going to rewind, because I'm talking about money, and I do get serious, because we can laugh and have fun all day. Ain't nothing wrong. Let's take care of the business. So I'm going to do a challenge. Now y'all better not make me look bad. I'm not gonna put a dollar amount on that because I ain't no pastor, I ain't no preacher. But what I am is a child of the Most High God. Love what I do, but I know it takes MONEY. Don't look at me like that. Don't even turn off the recording. Come on, y'all, hang with me. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. This is great seeds to be sown. And Mama Amicus, I like to put myself on blast because I know the good book tell me, man, just come out there and be transparent. Tell your own dirty laundry. That way nobody got to tell it, Mama Amicus, okay? So what I'm trying to say is simply this, y'all. I got a lot of jokes, but I'm gonna hold them in a trick bag right now. I want everybody to today. Let's just start sowing a seed, whatever you can. I'm very serious about this. So whatever you can, from $1, from 1 penny to a million. That's my little tagline. But y'all know what I'm saying. Give whatever you feel you can give comfortably. It's going into good ground. I cannot tell you that any much more than what we've done. I'm gonna have Mama Amicus from time to time. If it's not next month, it'll be every other month because I want Mama Amicus to watch the progression as we begin to raise this money. Now, I don't trip, y'all. I don't do that GoFundMe and all that. Never say never, but I'm telling you this for the first time on Bella Biz Unplugged. Yeah, the show that I executive produce. Yeah, I'm talking about my show. It costs money, y'all. It costs money. So as I close out, I'm going to have Mama Amicus set her up to think about one statement. I always ask each one of my guests when I first started a year and a half ago, Mama Amicus. I started this thing on October 2020. That's a story to be untold later. But I like to close out with my guests. One nugget. I use the term nugget out of all your experiences of life and that you want to particularly share to the masses at one time, what would it be? So think about that, my mamacas. But as I'm closing out, I want y'all to give. Bella Biz Cash App, $ Bella Biz, PayPal, Bella Biz 1998 at gmail.com. You can also go to my website, bellabizmedia.com, and go to the tab that says services. Yeah, for those of you who haven't been to my website yet, check it out. It's pretty interesting. And on the service tab, it has a donate button. You can also donate there, no charge whatsoever. Again, I promise you, I'm a many of all trades, y'all. I will track every dollar. My mama, because you know how I roll. And we're going to continue to build because we know Rome, as they used to say, wasn't born in a day. Neither is rebuilding our village. Rebuilding our village. Us helping us equals victory. 365 brilliance. Come on. I'm throwing y'all some hints. Show me what you're working with your money. Put the money where the mouth is. Because I'm telling y'all this as we close out. I'm going to let Mama Amicus close it out strong. We need money, y'all. Bella Biz Unplugged is self-funded. I quit my good government job, which I have yet to tell my story, in October 2020. Yeah, I'm saying it. I need help. I'm self-funded. And I struggle sometimes, my mama, because like you, the great leads that we are, my mama, because we can help everybody else. But when it comes to ourselves, we just can't seem to do it. Check it out. I'm getting ready to break that myth today. My mama, because I have never asked publicly, but now I'm going to ask. Bella Unplug is in trouble because I'm self-funding and my ship is slowly passing by. So if you all want to continue to allow me to bring in the great wealth of people that I know, the great network, the great Ambassador Andrew Young, Zernona Clayton, Mama Amicus, oh my God, I can go down the list. Brother Youssef, it takes money, y'all. And I've been self-funding myself, and I ain't proud to say, my mama, because my 401k is just about gone, my mama, because it's just about gone. So guess what? As y'all help Bella, you're helping Mama Amicus, and you're helping your community. We ain't putting the money, getting no Louis Vuitton bag, buying no red bottom shoes. We trying to help our brothers and sisters. You dig? So go into your heart. I ain't no beggar. I'm going to throw a couple of these comments as you take your time, Mama Amicus, and sold a nugget to some of these people. I got to show Emmanuel again, and I got to take the time because it's my show. Emmanuel, God bless you. This is my brother that he taught me Swahili. Kaka means brother. He has come on every single show, Mama Amicus. I just met my new brother in October at the Grand Malia. Shout out to the Grand Malia. That was the best hotel I stayed in. I ain't lying, Mama Amicus. My point is this. He has supported me in more ways than one. So let's get this. I got to give money all the time for support. You can just give your time. So thank you, Kaka, for coming on and supporting me and Mama Amicus. And Mama Amicus, Emmanuel says, very interesting story from one Mama Africa from Arusha, Tanzania. You are very, very clear. Asante Sana. Thank you, Emmanuel. We have another comment. This is from my Ashmo. This is my daughter that I hope to bring to Africa someday, Mama Amicus. And she's saying, love the information and the program you are bestowing to women and the community. And she's certainly a little queen herself. I know she means that from her heart. Oh, Mama Amicus, I was waiting on this one. This would be your roommate, Mama Amicus. And she said, came in on the rebroadcast. Great presentation. Whatever, Mama Khadija. You done missed the whole thing. I knew she'd come Johnny come lately. You know she gonna whip my tail later on, my mama, because I'm gonna get her where I can get her. But as we close out, we're just having fun, y'all. See, this is what you get when you give. And when you sincerely are supporting each other. Because I don't know why you expect people to support you when you don't even support your fellow man or woman. So come on, y'all. As I quiet it down, the comments is coming every time I get ready to go off. My mom gets 20, 30 comments come at once. I keep telling my family, I got to train them up. We don't have time for all those comments, but what I want to do is mute myself for the last time. I want Mama Amicus to take her time and speak from her heart. She can do a recap of whatever comes to her mind, but just know this. This is an 80-year young, and I say that only for a reason. She's 80 years young in her mind. She don't look 80. She don't feel 80. Well, probably sometimes. But what is my point? You're only as young as your mind says and how you feel. And I'm telling you, my mom, because I ain't telling my age yet, my mom, but my point is this. I want to look like you and Mama Khadija because I know I'm going to live at least 30 more years. I got to see them grandbabies I don't have yet, right? So as I close out, Mama Amicus, speak from your heart. Take another 5 minutes to impress upon this wonderful family who you are. Be an encourager as I know you are. You certainly encourage me. I want to publicly thank you. We've had great conversations since October. You know you ain't getting rid of me, Mama Amicus. And y'all, guess what? I'm going to Rwanda. It's time for healing. So y'all come on. I'm going to put my mic on. I can be sweaty and excited as long as I want to. I am happy. This is what happiness looks like in the village. So Mama Amicus, share your nuggets, give your information one more time, and close us out.
Well, just let me say, who am I? I'm a child of the universe. I am all that there is. And I give thanks, honor, praise, and glory to my mother, father, creator, and to the memory of our great African ancestors, whose shoulders we stand upon, whose backs we lean upon, and whose shoulders have held us up until this day. I keep them in the forefront of everything that I do. Love, respect, honor for ourselves, for our brothers, and for our sisters. And just remember, we're only as good as we make ourselves. You know, we have survived a lot. There are many, many challenges. And remember, we go way back before 400 years of slavery. We're more than that. And so we keep that in mind, but we never, ever forget where we came from and who holds us up. Once again, my information is Gweru Women's Center, which is RWERU, Women, WOMEN, Center, CENTER.com. My number is +250 788 659 148. My email address is 1-Afrika with a C _Ghana@yahoo.com. And I answer my phone all the time, so you can call me anytime. The worst that'll happen is that I won't answer, because I do turn my phone off sometime. But I just want to thank all of you for coming on, for listening, and whatever it is that you're able to do to help us move forward. And Belle will tell you, I sent her a couple of things that my ladies made, and it is at international standards. So you want to order something?
So I lied. I said I was gonna let Mama Amika's close out. I did, but I'm gonna add on because I think I'm gonna do a little tease, Mama Amika. I just happen to have a bag that I already bought. I bought several from Mama Amika's. I gave one to my heart, which would be my daughter, and I'm gonna spoil y'all because guess what? Check it out. This is just one of the many, okay, items that I bought. Okay, this is what Mama Amika's calls a computer bag, and I can tell you more. And this was handmade by the women she was talking about. So this is, I'm on my fifth one. Okay, so I just want you all to know, put your money where your mouth is. Mama Amika's, you know how much you mean to me. I'm going to go ahead and close us out, but you all check it out.
One second. I'm gonna show you.
She's going to get something, but I thank you all. I cannot take all the comments. There's so much going on, but she's going to show us something. What you got, my mama?
These are bags. Zipper. You can put your phone in here, your money in here, your ID in here, and whatever else in here. And they make these. And this one, long strap. And this is our t-shirt. And the back of the shirt says, "The face of forgiveness." Those are the faces of forgiveness.
Well, I love it. Well, my mom, because I'm telling you on that, because I don't never ask nobody nothing I don't do myself. My mom, because I want 3 of those shirts, and I like my stuff big, so I want them. Can you get them in XL, Mama, Mamakas?
Yeah. We have an extra black
Okay.
color.
Well, there you go. I'm going to close us out because I do hear the echo in because we both are off mute. I want to thank everybody. I am going to wait until tonight. I'm putting myself out there and see what kind of coins I've collected. I'm going to start the collecting for you, my mamas. And as you all know, we will work the details out and get them to you. This is going to be ongoing. This ain't no one and done, y'all. This ain't no one and done. I'll be coming on asking often, so y'all get it together, okay? My mama, because you know I love you, I thank you, I adore you. You are just everything to me. Woo! I'm telling y'all, y'all just gotta smidge it. She's gonna come back, and she's gonna come back. She's gonna probably fill up my 1-Afrika-54 series because, good God, when I get her and my cousin together, Lord have mercy, they might get their own show. Who knows? Anyway, I love you all. Bella.